Hello, my Stampin' friends, and welcome to Jody Brechbill Stampin' Queen. That's me, Jody Brechbill, and I am the Stampin' Queen. I am going to do my very first video today. This is a card that we made in my stamp club, and I have been wanting to make videos for some time, and so I just needed to start doing it. I just had to get the stuff, and now I'm ready to go. So don't judge too harshly. So here we go. We are going to make this super cute little shadow box card, and it's a little 3D card. It's kind of an oldie but a goodie, and I actually got it as a swap at convention this year from Lizzie Verdejo in Dumfries, Virginia. So thank you so much, Lindsay. This is a great card. My stamp club absolutely loved it. So I'm going to show you how to make it today. We're going to use 2 colors of cardstock, Whisper White, which our Whisper White is absolutely awesome, some of the best cardstock around, and we're going to use Mint Macaron. These two both measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then this little strip is maybe 3 3/4 by 3/4. So I will do everything in my supplies, and I will also have information listed, so don't worry about writing everything down right now. We are going to use the Birthday Blossom stamp set. This is a new set in our catalog that just came out this year, and I absolutely love it. I love the fact that that little pansy right there matches this punch. Love it. And we do need the pansy punch, the 2 1/2 inch circle. We need Mint Macaron ink, and we also need Tip Top Taupe ink. These are 2 of our in colors that came out this year. So we're going to start off with our Mint Macaron piece, and we're going to use the large flower stamp. Since we're going to have a hole in the center, I just kind of wanted to stamp just around the edges where that hole would be. And holy geez, I just re-inked my ink pad, so it is super juicy. So just a couple flowers here and there that'll kind of go around that little hole we're going to punch. So the next thing to do is take our Simply Score tool, and we're going to score the edges. So you have your long side across the top. This will be your 5 1/2 inch piece, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on each side. So you're just going to turn that around and do the same on the other side. And we're going to do that to our white piece as well. 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Flip it, 1/2 and 1. Okay, back to our mint piece. We're going to take the 2 1/2 inch circle punch and slide that in as far as it will go. And I'm kind of looking at my score lines here and making sure that they're even on both sides so that that circle will be in the center of that panel. Punch that out. And then I'm going to lay that right over top of my white piece since they're the same exact size, and then I can stamp through the center. Go into the Tip Top Taupe. I'm going to ink up my saying stamp and just put that right in the middle of the circle. Take that away, and I'm going to use the flower punch that comes in that set and just kind of frame that saying a little bit so that you can see the flowers through the hole that we made, and that kind of makes it the shadow box effect. I've got some adhesive on there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take the score line that's closest to your circle. You're actually going to fold that one back, and then that score line that's farthest away is actually going to get folded towards you. Okay, so you'll see how that starts to become the shadow box. Now with this one, you need to do it exactly opposite. So the score line closest to your saying is actually going to get folded backwards, And then that next score line will be folded towards you. I should probably have a bone folder. That would have been a good idea. So we're going to then use a little bit of sticky strip. I'm sorry, we're going to use Fast Fuse for this one. The mono adhesive or the snail adhesive just doesn't quite work for this project. You need a little bit of a stronger adhesive. So I'm going to use my Fast Fuse, and I always roll a strip, do my check mark. Let's do the other side a while. Roll my strip, do a check mark. This is kind of like the red sticky strip that we used to carry, and it is extra. I did this wrong again. That needs to be away. Yeah, they need to come this way. I'm not sure what I was thinking. There we go. And then these are the same size, so you're just going to line up those score lines that you just made. And you can see how your shadow box is starting to come together. So that's the basics of your shadow box, and it will actually fold flat for storing, which is awesome. So let's do a little bit of embellishing. I did stamp one flower on just some scrap paper in my mint Macaron ink. And on this one you can see that I have a little Sharpie mark that with an arrow towards me. I know that if I stamp with this image towards me, that then my pansy punch will slide right in and they will actually match, because this is not an asymmetrical stamp. So I want 2 pansies. I'm going to punch them out. Don't you love the fact that we have stamps and punches that match, so we don't have too much fussy cutting anymore. I do want to make sure that they don't go jumping off into my open ink pad there. So there's our 2 pansies. And then I'm just going to take some scrap paper and ink the leaves. Stamp them just on some old scrap paper here. And I know you're going to hate to hear this, but these are hand cut out with scissors. You have to keep your hand-eye coordination up to speed. So no punches and no framelits for this one. That's a hand cut. But you don't have to watch me do that by the magic of television. I already have them cut out. So I'm just going to attach the leaves to the flower with a little bit of our snail adhesive. And then we're going to attach them onto the card with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now you'll see that most of my dimensionals have been used up, but don't throw these little edges away because they are perfect. You just need to snip what you need and still use these guys. So that's awesome. So I'm just going to put one here and one here. Now before I attach my flowers, I think I want to do my banner piece, my happy birthday. So I'm going to come back in with the top taupe and my happy birthday sentiment, which this is awesome because this is one stamp set with all these images and 2 ink pads and 2 colors of cardstock. So that really is awesome that it's not using a ton of different things. Now instead of using a punch or a framelit or anything, I'm just going to quick scissor cut these. I just do a snip up the middle and then I come in and meet them at the point, and that makes a cute little flag on the end of my banner. A little bit of snail adhesive to attach that to the front of the card. Uh-oh. Look there. You guys love to see that. I mess up too every now and then, and I get ink on my fingers. So I'll fix that later. We're going to keep on going here. So I'm going to attach now my cute little flowers. Oh, look what you can do. How about that? Almost perfect. And then the final thing, a little embellishing is always good. So we love putting a little bling on there. So I'm going to take some rhinestones, the very smallest one, and I'm going to attach that onto my card right on the eye. So the little birthday has a happy eye on it. And then I think I'm going to take my white gel pen and I'm just going to do some little dots in the centers of those background flowers so that they pop a little bit more. And you'll notice that I am a left-hander. I saw today that is National Left-Handers Day, so happy day to all my fellow lefties out there. Okay, and there it is. There is your gorgeous little shadow box card, and that does fold flat to go in the envelope. So, thank you for joining me on my very first video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, leave me some comments. I'd love to make some more for you. What my plan is to have Movie Monday. So every Monday on my blog, you can stop by and I'll have a movie for you. And I'm pretty sure that Monday's movie is going to be sneak peeks of all the holiday goodies that I just got delivered from our holiday catalog sneak peek preview. So join me back on Monday. Thanks so much for stopping by.